Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special video showcase we're going to be looking at the exclusive Japanese combiner Landcross. Before we get started though, I want to take the opportunity to once again thank Rudy Zizzo for putting on this amazing stay-at-home convention, and I'd also like to thank all of the fabulous YouTubers and great collectors who've all done their videos and come just before me. Hope I can do this some justice for you guys. So yeah, what we're going to do, we're going to talk about Landcross, and again hopefully I can put in a video do him some justice as well. So before we get started, I want to talk a little bit about combiners. I was like most of the people who you've just seen and most of the collectors out there who collect Generation 1, as a child we were lucky enough in the 80s to have them as toys when we were kids, and I just think that they were just amazing. I think, they just totally blew my mind. I remember being, as I said, I was 5 in 1984. So by the time we got to 86, I was about 7. And, the combiners, I talk about them with a lot of fondness in a few videos that I do. Devastator was obviously the one I never got to complete. Predaking was the one I never saw until I was an adult. And then, of course, I thought Computron was probably the most aesthetically pleasing. And I thought, that's amazing. And then, of course, adult collector, getting into this. And, of course, learning about the Japanese things. Oh wow, my mind was just blown again. I was like taken back to being that little kid again, 6 or 7. I mentioned this book a lot. It's because of this book, so it's good and it's bad. It's brilliant, but it's bad because it shows you everything that you didn't know about. So, and this was one of them, and this totally blows my mind still now as an adult. I'm 42 next month and it still blows my mind. It's crazy. So what it is it's known as the multiforce gift set. And you've got 6 members in. I'm going to get all these out in a second so you can see it in much more detail. And as I say, I don't know if you can see behind me, I've got a few others that might be classed as junkers, but they still transform perfect, and they're going to hopefully do this figure some justice and this video some justice. So this is the full gift set. This came out in 1989, and it is part of, if I spin it around, you'll see the artwork on the back. There is the Victory artwork. So again, for people who are unaware and don't really know anything about Japanese Transformers, Victory was the cartoon that they were running in 1989, and that's where Star Saber and all them come from. So that's just a little bit about it. So the Japanese Transformers, again, exclusives, league of their own in my opinion. So this is the gift set, and as I say, the gift set is Landcross and it's C319. The C stood for Cybertrons, which was Autobots, and it's made up of 6 individual bots. And the crazy thing about this, and I'm going to show you quite a few combinations, not them all. I did do a joke in the group chat that my video is not going to be 3 hours long, but if I was to do every single combination, no kidding, it probably could be, because basically you've got 6 individual bots there which are in their alternate mode. You can then attach weapons to them. I'm going to show you most of these, as I say, so you'll be able to see in a second. So they can be like a powered up mode. They've then got their own individual robot mode. They've then got where they combine with their immediate partner, so like a double little robot. And then this is where it gets crazy, and I'll just show you very briefly. You can literally combine all them 6 individual robots with each other. So you've got 36 different types of combination there of just the individual robots. And then of course you've got Landcross himself. So I'm going to show you quite a few of these right now. Let's move these out of the way. So this is the gift set. I'm going to spin around in a second as well and actually get behind the camera so I can do this some proper justice. But there is, oh, there we go. There's a weapon falling out straight away. So we've got 6 individual bots. I forgot to mention as well that you can even combine all these weapons as well to make a larger weapon. It's just crazy. Yeah, so let's do this some justice. Let's have a look right now then. I'm going to spin it around so you can see and I can go into more detail with these. Right then, so there it is. That is the Landcross gift set, and these are the 6 individual bots that I was referring to. And what we're going to do, we're going to take them out individually, have a little look at them in their alternate mode before we move on. Now, the good thing about these is that their names aren't really hard to remember. You'd think they would be with it being a Japanese gift set, but they're not hard at all. A lot of the names are actually the descriptions for pretty much what they are. So we have the Jet, which is known as Wing. And these are very, very basic Transformers. Excuse me. They've just got articulation in the shoulder where you move the arms, a little bit in the legs. I'll show you in more detail in a second, but the good thing is the names pretty much depict what they are. So we have Wing, which is there. You can see we now have the hovercraft, which again, very cleverly named is Waver. And again, you can tell, very basic, but at least it looks like a hovercraft. So we have wing and waver, they're the first two there. We've now got the sports car, which is called dash. Obviously must mean because it goes fast. Now you'll notice that some of these have got either one notch or two notches on the top of the alternate mode, and that's to attach any of these weapons here when we come to their sort of powered up alt modes. And then we've got Tacker, which is a bit like a tank, an armored vehicle, something like that. So he's called Tacker. He's got two holes on the top, and you'll see what that is going to do in a second. We've now got this space shuttle whose name is Mac. This bit also comes off as well. You can see, you might recognize that as the shield or the chest plate, sorry, should we say, when he's in full combined mode, but it does come off as well. And then we've got Tackle, which is again like another great big sort of armored vehicle. So these are the individual robot modes. If I move this out the way, can we see still? Yeah, just about perfect. So just move this. Let's line all these back up. So that's their normal alternate modes, like so. Let's see if they're all in the camera. Just about perfect. So let's have a look then. Let's attach some of the weapons to them. And as I say, the good thing is that if they've got the two holes on the top of their roof like this, you get one of the feet, the foot plates, and underneath there's two notches there. So this can then attach to the roof. I'm not going to push it in too hard. And there you go. You've got like a powered up alt mode with him. If they've got a single hole on the top, you can just take one of the little guns. And again, there's the little dowel on that. And you can attach that in the roof. With the shuttle, we've got a choice. You've got the two holes there, or you've got the one hole there. And again, that's the amazing thing about all these sort of Japanese sets. You can pretty much make your own rules up. You can put the double gun there on the front of this if you want, or you can put the single gun there. You can mix and match all the weapons with them completely. We've just got the one notch there. And then we can take this. You can also take, if I show you the fists, see you've got the fist as well. So obviously you've got the hole there, which would be holding the gun when it's in combined mode, but because you've got the hole there for the fist, you can attach that to the roof like so, and that fits exactly like that. And then we've, again, with some of the guns, you can either put them in the attachments there, or there's holes in the side of the gun, so you've got, again, an absolute abundance of choice. If anybody's watched any of my Japanese Transformers videos, you'll see that there's just so many variations of things that you can do with them, different modes, different play. It's just crazy. The you know, for playability for kids, it's absolutely amazing. There's your two holes there, and there is the powered up mode. So we basically obviously already got an alternate mode, and we've got a powered up mode. Let's have a look now. It is a very basic transformation, but let's have a look at it. So we're going to take all the weapons off the top. And just quickly, again, I'm not going to do every single transformation. I am going to show you some of the packaging variations with the boxes back there as well, but I've got quite a few. There's all my junkers there ready, so this should be quite interesting. Let's see if it is. So let's just go into basic normal mode first. So the transformations on them are all very, very simple. You just pull either the legs out like that, and then pull the arms up, and just carefully pull the legs apart. Now this is where the magic is, as I'd say. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to be nice and careful because some of these, as I say, are really stiff and new. So at the bottom there, that is a large head, and at the top there is a small head. And again, the reason being, you will have a small head. Let's see if I can do this nice and carefully. You can use your hands, but with these being pretty much new, that's better. There is the small head, and you can hear that clicks into place exactly like that. And then of course you can put the weapons in his hands like so. So there is Tacker, and there he is in his robot mode. Very, very basic transformations for all of these. So I'm going to quickly just go through all these into their small robot modes. So wing, we'll pull the legs down, nice and careful. Just pull the arms up a fraction. Fold the wings back, because you're going to pull the legs apart, and then you could turn them right around. So of course they're at the back and out of the way. You've got the same thing with the heads underneath. Because he's going to be in his small robot mode, we just want the tiny head, and they can be quite tricky. They can be quite tricky. He says getting stuck straight away. I've jinxed myself. Right, come on. There we go. So there's Wing standing there. And again, we can put a gun in his hand if we want to. I'm not going to for now, just to keep the length of the video down. For Mac, I'm going to take the one which hasn't got the bit on the back. There we go. So I've just took the shield off that. I'm going to slide it down, bring the arms forward, and then with the feet, turn them out to the side like so. Again, very basic. I suppose you could say crude transformations. Pull the head out. But what I do want to point out to you while I'm doing this is that you'll notice that on these robots, on the top of their shoulders, shall we say, see there's little tabs. Now these are very, very important, because what these are going to do in a second, where we're going to combine them with each other. So I'm just going to carefully pull this out. I've just found out that one of my junkers is broke by doing that, to be honest, so I need to be careful. Turn the feet around, and again, let's push the head through. So at the moment, I'm just transforming them all randomly, but then in a second, I am going to put them all in line. And again, I'm just going to put some weapons in just to show you that you can put little ones in depending on where they are. Let's go along to Waver, same principle, pull it out. Again, they're all exactly the same transformation, so once you've got one of them, you haven't got to worry about how to do them all. Let's quickly do this. All right, there's always some awkward ones. There we go. Again, very basic robots, all in a line. Can you see them all? Just about. So I need to put Taka on the other side. There we go. Let's just get his head out, and then we're going to just quickly, that's better. So if I stand him this side, there we go. So they are your 6 robots, all individual. So let's put them in their teams, as they're known as. So as I said, we've got Dash and Taka, which is this team. Dash, Taka. We've then got Wing and Waver, which is another team. And as I said, we've got Mac, Taka. There we go. Mac Tackle. There we go. So they are the 2 teams, and these come in little gift sets as well. So they come in 2. They were never ever released individually. They were released either as a gift set or as a 2. The first ones I'm going to show you are sealed. That's why they're not opened. And there they are. There's the 2 team members, Dash, Tackle. And there's the C317. If you remember that the gift set was 319. And then if I spin it round, again, we've got what I'm about to show you. So you've got the combined form there of Dash and Taka and all the rest. And it's really quite simple, because the way it works, whoever's at the top takes the first part of the name, and whoever's at the bottom takes the second part of the name. So there is Mac Tackle, and there is, of course, Wing Waver. There is Landcross combined, and there's the beautiful victory artwork again. While we're here, I'm going to show you the package variant. This is the Chinese issue of it. So again, same sort of time, maybe a couple of years later. And the main difference you can tell is just in the writing. So this is the standard Takara one. See, the writing's just different underneath. Again, both official Takara releases, just with different languages on it. There we go. So that's Dash Taka. That's Dash Taka in his Takara box. Then we'll have a quick look at Mac Tackle. Again, we'll have a look at the sealed one. There they are in the box. And then if we spin them round, all the same on the back. So there we go. That's the combinations, and that's what we're going to look at now. So here we go. Let's have a look at these. So as I said, Dash and Taka. So we're going to take Dash, because he's going to be the top part. So we need to get rid of the small head. So we're going to push it right down. And then at the bottom, we've now got a large head. See? So there's the large head that's come out of the bottom. We need to fold the arms when he's in small robot right the way back. And I'm not going to lie, they do look very out of proportion. I'm not going to lie. They don't, as I say, look the greatest. They are out of proportion. I'm going to now swing that around the other side, because what we've got there, believe it or not, is a giant torso. So there's the fist, there's the chest, but we've got the top ready. So now we're going to take Taka, we're going to fold his arms back out of the way, we're going to press his head down because we don't need any head, and then we're going to turn these around like so. Again, there's loads of combinations as for how you could do this. You could fold it up if you want, but then this is the key bit which I was showing you. Remember I said at the top there, you've got these tabs, and this is what we're going to do. So we've got the one tab there in the one hole, and then we've got the one tab there in the one hole. Make sure the arms are out of the way and press down. There we go. And again, they've got holes for the weapons. You can put the weapons in the hand. So there is, he says and drops it, typical. Let's push it in enough. No, that was a bit overplayed with, obviously. There is Dash Taka. Crazy, isn't it? Right, let's do Wing Waver. So we've got Wing, who's going to be at the top. Fold the arms over. Get rid of the head. We need the large head out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do just the main ones like this, and then I'm going to stop the camera, and then I'm going to, with some of the junkers and the other ones I've got, I'm going to make some other combinations just to show you guys just how many different ones that we can have, that I can make, obviously. And then I'll come back, so I won't put you through all of this. You won't have to watch every single bit of it all. There we go, arms out the way. The main thing is that what you're doing is you're getting the head and the arms out of the way, so you can bring these over the top and clip them in, exactly like that. So there we go, we've now got Dash Taka and Wing Waver, and this is how they're most commonly referred to if you're watching the Victory cartoon. That's, as I say, they're very rarely referred to as their individual bots. So let's turn this around. Let's push his head out. This one's been very played with. If you remember, I just dropped the other one, so I grabbed this one from over there. There's the large head. Whoops, I've put the arms backwards. Bring this around. There we go. Let's turn the hands up that way. So they are, as I say, very, very basic. Some people would even call them crude because you can't see exactly, you know, where the hands are, etc, etc, but they just work. And let's remember, these are for kids, and I think if I was a child at the time when they were making these, spin the legs around, it still blows my mind now, never mind, as I say, as a child, with all the combinations that you could have had. So there we have, this is the drawback of doing everything on a carpet. So there we go, we have Dash Taka, Wing Waver and Mac Tackle. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to make up a load of combinations with all of these here, and then we're going to come right back to you. Right then, so just quickly before I show you all the other combinations, I've literally got 10 other combinations on the step below, which I'll show you in a second. I wanted to show you these in a little bit more detail because, of course, the weapons were falling out and everything. So you've got 6 individual guns because there's 6 individual robots, and I just wanted to show you that they do actually all fit. And the way you can see this is obviously on the guns, you've got a smaller peg at the bottom and then a thicker peg above it. So the smaller peg is obviously in the individual robot, and then the thicker part of the peg will fit when it's in its combined bot. So there we go. So they're the main 3 teams. So what I'm going to show you first and foremost, if I give you enough space, there is them reversed. So these will be the ones which are exactly that. So that's Dash Taka, and now we've got Taka Dash, and I've just swapped them over. So you've got, there you go, they're both the same toy, but they're just split and turned around. So they've got the different heads, one's the bottom and one's the top of the torso. I mean, absolutely genius. It really, really is. Let's see if I can get all these to stand. I'm going to do the main ones first. I'm going to show you some of the crazy combinations that I've managed to do myself. So there is Wing Waver, and of course there's Waver Wing. Same thing, just swapped their positions in their bodies over, and they'll rest just like that. Now we've got Mac Taka and Taka Mac. Again, so clever, so clever. I'll show you a couple of things you need to be aware of now, because I've fallen foul to maybe a couple of unscrupulous sellers, shall we say. With a lot of these and the way that they move, you need to be aware that some of this is unfortunately one of Waver's, where is it? Yeah, there it is. It's this one of Waver's arms that go under there. So because you do have to move the arms back and get them into a certain position before you can connect the two together, this one had obviously been previously broken and it's been super glued. The other main fault with all of these, and again I've just found out by doing a couple of transformations on these, is dash. Dash is, there you go, see this bit here? You can see that that's cracked and it will come off. Now these, they're pretty much like, I suppose the best example I can give is Vortex in G1 and Blast Off. Unless you pull it all the way out, of course it won't move. So if you try and force it, the previous owner must have tried to force it, and of course that's what cracks it. So be aware of that. Obviously when it's in a box I couldn't tell that, but because I'm going to display it there, I'm going to get away with it. Right, so there on the top are the ones that we've just done. I'm going to pick the camera up now and let's just do a quick once over of these. So there we have dash, tacker, tacker, dash, wing, waver, waver, wing, mac, tackle, and tackle, mac. Hope this isn't getting boring for you guys. As I say, there is, good job I didn't do it all on camera. It would have took forever. Right, let's see if I can get these right. So we've now got waver, tackle, wing, dash. I've just rested them up in case they fall over so you can see. Dash, wing. So of course them two are opposites. Them two are opposites as well. Then we've got mac, wing. We've got dash, waver. We've got tacker, waver. And then my favourite, not because of the way it looks, but because of his name, I've saved him till the end. We've got tacker, tackle. So there you go, tacker, tackle. Again, easy to remember, easy to do. All you've got to do is whoever's the top part of the torso, they take the first part of the name, and then the bottom part of the torso, they take the second part of the name. So I hope you're not getting bored yet. I know this is the lengthiest video I've ever done, but again, I did say at the beginning I really want to do these figures justice. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to quickly stop the camera, and then I'm going to basically just come back, show you how to combine all the weapons to make a large weapon, and of course combine them together to form Landcross. So thanks for sticking with me. I'll be back in a sec. Right then, we're back for the final time, and we're going to actually combine all of the individual members into Landcross himself. Before we go into that, there's just something I quickly wanted to show you with regards to the boxes, and this is something else that the Japanese do, and I think it's a very clever idea. What they do is they put the robot points on the inside flaps, and they've got two sort of collector's cards as well. And again, they keep these on the inside flaps so you don't have to cut anything out of the back of the box. So that one is obviously Mac Tacker. There we go. I just like it. Again, just a great idea. It means you haven't got to cut anything out of the back, which is obviously good. So this one is Dash Tacker, exactly like that. So that's just something, as I say, I wanted to show you. The same with the big gift sets, the same as well. The other thing, the instructions, even on the teams, so just the joint two teams like Dash Tacker and Wing Waver, the instructions are for the entire set. So in the big set, you get these instructions, and of course, as I've just said, in the little teams, you get them as well. So let's have a go then at combining him into Landcross. Now, in theory, and I'm definitely not going to do it in this video, don't worry, because they all combine, sorry, they all transform and they all combine the same. You could actually build Landcross up into a plethora of different ways, but I'm not going to go into that. I'm just going to do the standard one that you see right there and the one that you see in all of the pictures. And it's quite easy to start off because we'll just take the legs and we will take Tacker, and there's a attachment there, port at the bottom, shall we say. We will take one of the feet. Now these may be stiff because these were the ones out of that box in front of you, and I've not done this yet. So that attaches there. There's the leg. There's number one. I'm just going to move all these other accessories. These, by the way, are all the accessories that come with the gift set, and so I'll show you in a second. There's another port there. That's going to attach onto there. So we've now got the legs. As I say, let's move over. So now we need the the top part of the legs, or bottom part of the torso, shall we say, and we need waver for that. So what we're going to do with waver, this is the bit at the front. You need this wheel there, or this attachment, because this is what's going to attach the clip at the, I suppose it's at the hip, isn't it? That's going to attach onto there. So what we're going to do, we'll pull this apart nice and careful. We'll turn it around, because you need to turn these wheels, we need to turn these back so they're out of the way, like so. We're then going to turn these up a bit like what you do, I suppose, with superior. So you're going to fold the legs up like that, and then these should carefully, yep, nice and careful, fold up. They're always stiff and back. So there you go. You can see that we're starting to make a leg frame there. And funnily enough, when you were combining them into their two teams, there's the tab. Perfect, it's focused. You can see how important that was. You've now got exactly the same tab, just going into different ports. So this will just click into place, heart in mouth. Yes, like so. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. You're just going to clip all these ports in. Brilliant. He's starting to take shape now, you can see already. Let's balance him down. So now the next part of the torso is going to be, it looks like it's going to be wing, and of course it's wing. And the reason why I know it's wing is because when we bring these out of here, fold the arms back again so they're not going to get caught up on that, fold the head up, and then the good thing is, of course, this is just going to connect this tab into that tab, and they're going to meet there. But what you then need is to fold over the wings. See, you've got them two tabs there, and then two tabs. Before we get there, I'm going to take Mac. I'm going to take the bottom part of his spaceship off, shall we say. Carefully, there we go, because on the underside of that, that's the bottom part, that's the spaceship. You turn it upside down, and there's the chest piece. And of course, you've got your two notches there. So this is going to just click, hopefully, yes, into place like that. I'm not going to attach the two, as I say, front parts just yet, because I want to attach the rest of the body to it, sorry, the arms to it. So we've now got dash, and this is the one that sometimes confuses me by looking at it. So we need to pull the arms out, and that's going to go, yeah, there we go. So this notch is now going to go into there. So it's exactly the same as if you're combining them on top of each other, but now we're combining them sideways as well. And as I said, they've pretty much all got these. That's, again, just crazy ingenuity. So that needs to be there. We need to move these arms back this way. We now need to move, without damaging these, we need to pull the one down, up and out the way, and then the other, they just turn around like that for aesthetics. So there you go. So what I did was I turned that around, just in case you couldn't see. I was concentrating more on not damaging it. And then this is going to clip into the side, like so. So you can see it's really is starting to take form now. Same principle with this. Pull these out. We're going to keep the top half, so we're going to fold these out. And again, you've got the opposite now. So we've got that way around. There we go. So we've got this part, this tab is going to connect under there, and that bit there is going to connect into the top. So we're going to turn this around there. This bottom part of the shuttle, please come out. Don't do this to me on the last spot. There we go, nice and careful, and fold it up like so. So now what we've got is, that's where the fist's going to attach, by the way. So it might look a bit weird. So brilliant, it's all clicked into place. So we've got, again, a bit of a crude looking robot there. I haven't managed to put his head or anything on yet. Probably if I take him a bit further back, you'll be able to see. Yeah, brilliant stuff. So the two fists, very simple. I've just pointed out where the port is there on each side. So this one can go at the bottom there. This one can go at the bottom there. I pointed out to you earlier that this was going to attach over the wheels on the front there. That's clipped in nicely. The chest plate, again, the two dowels there onto wings, the back of wing to attach. Has it gone in? Brilliant. Oh, nearly had another error then. Oh, let me just pick this up and try and reach around the camera to get it done properly. There we go, that's better. So at the top there is 2 holes there, and let's turn all this back around, and there's 2 holes there on the bottom of the head to attach the head, he says. Brilliant. So he's sort of standing up. Let's just make sure he's a bit more secure before I continue. There he is. In fact, let's put him back so you can see him. So that is how you would normally see him combined. Now again, I mentioned at the beginning, the other cool thing is we've got all these 6 individual weapons, and you could just, you know, put one in each hand or whatever. This is the main gun, but what you've then got is you've got 2 notches either side, which mean that you can get the bigger guns, and these have holes either side as well, so you can combine these like so. You can see that you've got little holes all the way down each of these, so you can now attach the little guns as well. And again, there's so many different ways that you can do this. It's just crazy, absolutely crazy. Let's put this one in here as well, or in fact put it in there. So we've combined all the guns up. We're just going to put it in the main fist there, and there is Landcross. I'm just going to turn the camera up just so you can see him a little bit better. There we go. So again, thank you very much for sticking with me. I know it was quite a long-winded video. I really hope that I managed to do him some justice. He just looks fantastic. Again, if you look back at it, again, it's 1989, so it's a long time ago. The play factor for this is just, again, it's ridiculous. If you were a child, even if you just managed to get, you know, the one set, just 2 of them together, you've got 2 two alt modes when you put the weapons on, individual robots, 2 different combined robots. It's crazy. Absolutely love it. Yeah, really hope I've done him some justice. Hope you guys have enjoyed looking at it. If you were lucky enough to have one of these when you were a kid, I'm totally envious of you. You were very, very lucky. And maybe it's giving you an idea of to look into getting them yourself. Yeah, hope you really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed doing this. Thank you again to Rudy for, I suppose, yeah, giving me the opportunity to put this as part of a great big online convention. This will be on my channel as normal anyway, but for everybody else and my normal subscribers, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for taking the time to like, comment, etc. And of course, please take care. Thanks for watching. Like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.